Climate change will be a problem for our sport in the future. Our climate is evolving towards a southern climate. Extreme weather conditions, up to 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, random scattered showers, sometimes very heavy. In this video we will see what will be the climatic consequences on our pigeons and their condition. Because summer is when they have to be hard at work, mild winters are no problem. Especially now that there are more persistent heat waves and much more changeable weather. Warm air seems to evacuate a lot of humidity. The air is saturated with water. Hence the extreme and unexpected storms during competitions. Hence the fogged windows with the car's air conditioning. The air condenses on the cooled windows. Hence the damp bottle coming out of the fridge. The air condenses on the cold surface of the bottle, which also means that pigeons are unable to lose their excess moisture, just like us, because it is a mechanism that we have inherited from our centuries-old evolution, regulating our body temperature by heat-carrying respiration via respiration or sweating through the skin. When the heat waves persist, pigeons in condition can pant with their beaks open. Why and when do pigeons start panting or breathing weakly? At the beginning, certainly when they are not yet in condition, especially at the beginning when they fly little because they are young or because they have been locked up for a long time, they are still too fat or heavily fed and too little trained. Fat acts as an insulator and body heat or body temperature rises, and that they must lose. This is why they have developed, like dogs, weak breathing which rejects warm and moist air to eliminate heat. It is thus clear that pigeons which are not fat and which train well can improve their endurance, this mechanism thus becoming superfluous. They then lose their heat more easily through the skin with or without sweat. Pigeons that are in condition have thin, red skin on their chest with oxygenated blood vessels, and their heart pumps blood, moisture and heat, to the skin. So they can really sweat, heat loss through the skin, like we can. However, when the heat waves persist like in August, pigeons in condition can also pant with their beaks open. The surrounding air is full of water and saturated. They then need both mechanisms, sweating and breathing quickly. Pigeons that are at the top of their game usually recover fastest or stop panting. It is also clear that with temperatures like these, the pigeons are unable to face long distances and that the cancellation of races is essential. Losses can therefore occur because the balance between moisture loss through the skin and respiration is negative relative to moisture uptake, drinking. The blood becomes viscous and the brain and other organs lack oxygen. They are dizzy because their brains no longer work. They risk liver and kidney damage which compromises their season. Gasping due to heat should not be confused with gasping due to liver damage in young birds. From then on, the liver no longer acts as a recycling organ and the waste poisons and acidifies the blood, which also contributes to seriously shortening them. Most of the time it's death. Another problem: what to do in the loft in high temperatures when it is just as hot outside or even warmer outside than inside. Open the windows? Close them. Open or closed aviary? Pigeons have a body temperature around 40 degrees Celsius. This means that they can easily tolerate extreme temperatures when resting. On the other hand, during exercise, their body temperature increases. Personally, I am for closed windows and doors. Rest, little movement, not disturbing them. If there is means then to give them the flight in the morning, we see which are the pigeons which recover quickly, train well and therefore probably able to resist the heat. But in a heat wave, it is better to rest the body completely during the day. Of course, not all lofts are suitable for this. And of course, drinking is also very important. Fill water troughs on time and frequently. Ensure that less dominant pigeons also have the opportunity to drink. Put several drinkers. Dare to use electrolytes, especially when returning from competitions. These are isotonic drinks like athletes drink. Pure sugars are less suitable. They make you drink and urinate more. In this way, the body does not retain water. Another possible benefit of keeping pigeons out of full sun, especially youngsters, would be that their eye rims, connective tissue and tear glands swell less. In recent days, several pigeon fanciers have suffered rattles from pigeons that had just participated in a competition. Generally, this rattle is not of infectious origin, but quite simply the consequence of too great a dryness of the wall of the air sacs due to a long flight in very hot weather. This rattle disappears after 1 to 2 days from the moment the pigeon is again properly hydrated. If the rattle were to persist, then it is a phenomenon of infectious origin. Some pigeons can also present a very important swelling at the level of the crop or at the level of the wishbone. This swelling is the consequence of the rupture of an air sac. This rupture of the air sac can be spontaneous, namely an air sac which loses its flexibility, drying out due to heat, and which tears spontaneously. A second cause of rupture is the traumatic origin, flight against an obstacle. In both cases, the only treatment is rest. You have to lock such a pigeon in its locker for about 14 days and wait for the tear to heal spontaneously. Extracting the air that is under the skin is only necessary when the swelling prevents the pigeon from feeding properly. When you syringe the air out, the swelling comes back very quickly. Once cured, such a pigeon does not lose any of its sporting value and can subsequently participate in sporting competitions again, but it takes patience not to play it again too quickly. To conclude, you have to survive the heat or bring sport pigeons to a good condition. The smartest, endowed with a maximum of common sense, will win and survive.